Looks like there's rain up ahead, like there's a crack in the heavens. Feels like my day could be turning, like I can tell that my luck's gonna change. If you could see me now, I'd probably let you down, but that's enough for me. You got me begging, baby. Looks like I'm on my knees again. Feels like the walls are closing in. Looks like I'm on my knees again. Like the tables have turned, like there's a change in the weather. Feels like my time is returning, like I'm about to get out of this cage. If you could see me now, I'd probably let you down, but that's enough for me. You got me begging, baby.
Shadows fall over my heart. I black out the moon. I wait for you to come around. You got me dancing in the dark. I've closed my eyes, but I won't sleep tonight. Baby, you should come with me. I'll take you to the dark side. Me and you and alive. These black holes pulling me inside of this black heart, the black soul underneath this black sky. Baby, you should come with me. I'll take you to the dark side. Me and you and me, do bad things in the nighttime. Baby, you should come with me, and we can kill a light, hit the light for the blackout, hit the light for the blackout. Oh. Blackbird, black moon, black sky, black light, black everything, black heart, black keys, black diamonds, blackout, black everything, black everything, all black, everything, all black, everything, all black, everything, black. Baby, you should come with me. Me and you and me. Baby, you should come with me, and we can kill a light, hit the light for the blackout, hit the light for the blackout. Blackbird, black moon, black sky, black light, black everything, black heart, black keys, black diamonds, blacked out, black everything, black everything, all black, everything, all black, everything, all black, everything, black.
Hi, what's up everyone? Hope you're having a good evening tonight. Alright, so let's take a look at the total crypto market cap and get the night started. Alright, so on the weekly we still have bearish momentum getting weaker. Stochastic is still coiling up, looking like it's soon ready to make a move there. We are more around the bearish control zone for the RSI, but it's kind of flattening out here. And just a lot of consolidation going on the candles so far for this week. I do like the looks of the MACD on the daily here. We have the first bullish momentum since the 6th, so a couple of days. Bullish cross on the stochastic now. Neutral on the RSI. And we are currently bullishly engulfing on the candles. 4-hour bullish momentum's getting a little bit weaker. Bearish cross on the stochastic above the 80. Got just around overbought on the RSI. and a lot of consolidation going on here, which isn't surprising with the way that the indicators look. 1 hour bearish momentum continues to attempt to build. Stochastic's coiling up like it's attempting to decide what to do next. We were just quite overbought on the RSI and starting to get down closer to neutral. And very slight bearish engulfing here. Looks more like consolidation going on so far on the candles. So I do like the way that the nice little rally here played out so far, but let's see if we can get some more follow through here over the next few days. Ideally, we would like to see a high above 2.073 trillion. And if we get a higher high on the weekly here, then it will be looking a lot nicer for total crypto market cap. So ideally, if we don't break below here, we still got a nice little double bottom here around 1.5 trillion. So we want to see 1.5 trillion hold, and we want to see a higher high above this level right here. And if we see both of that, well, it's going to be looking a lot nicer for total crypto market cap. It is looking alright right now. Hey, what's up, Norm? Hope you're having a good night tonight. Alright, so the daily chart for Bitcoin. Bearish momentum continues to get weaker. We actually have a bullish cross on the stochastic. Was just coiled up and now it's attempting to cross bullish here. Just very slightly cross bullish already. Starting to get around neutral on the RSI. And I like the way that we're actually consolidating just above this fib level here. And on the daily we have bullish momentum, bullish cross on the stochastic. Just getting into that bullish control zone on the RSI, which is what we want to see. And some nice bullish engulfing going on the candles here. 4 hour bullish momentum's getting a bit weaker. Bearish cross on the stochastic above the 80. We were just overbought on the RSI. And now we're just consolidating on the candles. One hour bearish momentum building. Stochastic is cross bearish on the 1 hour, but starting to coil up a bit. The RSI is still around the bullish control zone, but we were just quite overbought. And quite a lot of consolidation going on here at the candles. It looks like it's really attempting to hold this level. Yeah, if we see a pullback, it'd be really nice to see this fib level hold and then form some support at this previous resistance level here. It does look like there's a good chance we'll see at least some consolidation or potentially even a small pullback. But the larger time frames are looking quite nice for both Bitcoin and the total crypto market cap right now. Alright, Ethereum. Bearish momentum is getting weaker on the MACD. Stochastic's beginning to coil up, but still crossed bearish. The RSI is more around the bearish control zone, but flattening out quite a bit. And we do have a little bit of bearish engulfing below the previous candle here, but I like the way that so far it's attempting to hold this fib level here. On the daily, bearish momentum continues to get weaker, bullish cross on the stochastic, neutral on the RSI, and bullish engulfing on the candles here. 4 hour bullish momentum's getting weaker, bearish cross on the stochastic. The RSI is actually around the bullish control zone here and flattening out, so I'm liking the looks of that. And it looks like we got a little bull flag going on here on the 4 hour. For the 1 hour, tiny bit of bearish momentum beginning to build here, and the stochastic's coiling up like it's attempting to decide what to do next. Neutral on the RSI. And very small bearish engulfing on the candle. So far it just looks like consolidation. Yeah, same thing as Bitcoin. If it does pull back, I'd like to see this fib level hold here and forming support at there. And if we can get a higher high on Ethereum above 3,300, it'll be looking great at that point. And I'd really like to see the $2,160 level hold for support, which would be just the bottom of this wick right here. Yeah, if total crypto market cap does end up getting a nice rally, Ethereum's looking ready to run as well. Yeah, if there's anything that you guys want me to check out for you tonight, just let me know. Alright, so XRP is still bouncing around in this pretty large pennant here. So bearish momentum's getting weaker on the weekly, bullish cross on the stochastic, getting around neutral on the RSI, and so far it's just really respecting this pennant that we're in here. Yeah, we're pretty close to the center of the pennant as well. So as soon as we see a clear break one direction or the other, we'll have a pretty good idea on what major move XRP is about to make next. But if you look back in 2017, XRP had its initial rally, a nice long consolidation, and then it just went pretty near vertical. So if we get any sort of price action even close to what we've seen back during the previous market cycle on XRP, there's a lot of upside potential on this asset currently. For the daily, bearish momentum continues to get weaker. Bullish cross on the stochastic. Neutral on the RSI, but starting to get around the bullish control zone. And I'm really liking the looks of the bullish engulfing here on the daily chart. Yeah, next it'd be nice to see if we can get a higher high above this level right here. So that'd be about 0.91. And then from there, if it breaks the top of this pennant here, it's going to be looking really nice at that point, so we're just going to have to wait and see how this develops over the coming days. At the latest, we should see what's going on by roughly June 16th. But this could definitely break before that. Yeah, XRP's looks like we got an invalidation of the inverse head and shoulders, but the pennant is still in play, so we're just going to wait to see which way it really decides to break. Alright, so Dogecoin, bearish momentum's getting weaker on the weekly. Stochastic is coiling up under the 20 zone. More around the bearish control zone for the RSI, and very minor bearish engulfing going on the candles here. The daily bearish momentum's getting weaker. Stochastic's beginning to coil up on the daily like it's attempting to decide what to do next. And the RSI looks like it's attempting to get back around neutral with very slight bullish engulfing going on the candles here. 4-hour bullish momentum getting weaker, stochastics cross bearish, neutral on the RSI, and just a lot of consolidation going on here on the candles. 1 hour stochastics coiling up like it's attempting to decide what to do next. Bearish momentum is building here, and slight bearish engulfing going on the candles here. So no immediate signs of reversal yet on Doge, but it's just such a nice accumulation zone. I've been accumulating as soon as we dropped below the fib level here, which was around 16 cents. The previous all-time high was just shy of 75 cents, so anything under 15 cents, or 15 cents and under, it would be about a 5x to previous all-time highs. Trying to get a better chart for Dash here with more information on it. we go. Alright, so previous all-time high on Dash was 1,612 USD. Currently we are trading down around about $102. So really great risk-reward ratio on this asset currently. So as many of you know, once we get below the 618 fib level, that's where I'll begin to accumulate assets that I'm bullish on. And if we get below the 786, I'll start to pick up heavier bags. And if we get down around the bottom of the fib extension, like we see on Doge, which is actually below, that's where I'll start to drop really big bags on the asset. So the fact that we're between the 786 and the bottom of the fib extension, it's definitely a really nice accumulation zone, especially with previous all-time highs. Currently over 15x to previous all-time highs on this asset. So on the weekly, the stochastic is coiling up, so it's tempting to decide what to do next for its next major move. Bearish momentum's getting weaker. RSI is tempting to get back up around neutral, but still around the bearish control zone. And just a little consolidation going on the candle so far this week. On the daily, we have a little bit of bullish momentum beginning to build. Bullish cross on the stochastic. And we actually have some daily bullish divergence, which is looking really nice. On the 4-hour, bullish momentum is getting weaker. Stochastic is crossed bearish. RSI is slightly overbought, but we are actually bullishly engulfing on the candle here. And really like the looks of this 1 hour right now currently as well. Bearish momentum's getting weaker on the MACD, bullish cross on the stochastic. RSI is still slightly overbought, but I'm really liking the looks of the bullish engulfing going on here. Yeah, so overall this would be one of my favorite assets to accumulate currently. The risk-reward ratio is just really nice, and it looks like it is making at least a little attempt at a rally here. So, I'm going to wait to see if we get a nice breakout, but personally I am accumulating Dash at these levels here. Alright, so let's take a look at VBS Finance. So on the daily, bearish momentum's getting weaker. Bullish cross on the stochastic under the 20. Looking like it's almost attempting to double bottom between the bottom right here and right here, which that would be nice. Just a bit of consolidation on the new day here so far. Bullish momentum's getting weaker on the 4-hour, bearish cross on the stochastic. Tiny bit of bearish engulfing, or attempting to bearishly engulf here. Looks more like consolidation. And on the 1 hour, there's just a tiny bit of bearish engulfing as well. Bearish momentum attempting to build. Stochastic is crossed bullish, but starting to coil up slightly. And the RSI is around neutral. So I'm going to need to wait for a little more information to develop on VVS Finance, but we're just at a phenomenal accumulation zone on this asset currently. Yo, what's good, Gabe? Anything you want me to check out for you tonight? So VVS Finance would currently be my favorite DeFi 1.0 protocol. So Chronos chain was made by Crypto.com, which is my favorite centralized exchange, and VVS Finance was actually made by Chronos. So this is basically indirectly a Crypto.com DeFi 1.0 coin. So with VVS Finance, we can actually use this coin to farm other coins that are on the Chronos blockchain. So whenever this eventually runs, one, it's amazing upside potential. It's over, I believe, 15x to the previous highs. And on top of that, this is also something that we can get passive income out of. So if we accumulate at these levels, then it runs up to something crazy. The passive income off of this could be very nice at that point. Yeah, for sure, I'll check out NASDAQ for you right now, man. I was about to get to the stock indexes anyways. Alright, so for the weekly, we got a little bit of bearish momentum beginning to build again. The stochastic is coiling up like it's attempting to decide what to do for its next major move though, so that's looking interesting. More on the bearish control zone on the RSI, still more room to go to the downside if it really wants to. And very slight bearish engulfing on the candles here so far. The daily, it's attempting to cross bullish on the stochastic. Bearish momentum's getting weaker on the MACD. We do have some daily bullish engulfing as well, so I do like the looks of that. And it came down and we just got a wick off of the fib level here, the 236. And then the second low here, it rounded out and didn't quite touch it. So looking like we may have a double bottom going on as well. So on the 4-hour, bullish momentum building, bullish cross on the stochastic. We were just oversold pretty significantly on the RSI. And now we got bullish engulfing on the candles, and the RSI is looking pretty nice right now. And let's see the 1 hour. Bullish momentum's getting weaker on the 1 hour, bearish cross on the stochastic, overbought on the RSI, and just consolidating right here. Yeah, I would wait for a little more information to develop on this asset. I do like the looks of the daily, and the 4 hour is looking like there is potential for this to begin to rally. But I would definitely look for a little bit more confirmation. Between the bullish divergence here, the stochastic's coiling up like it's attempting to cross bullish, bearish momentum getting weaker, and looking like a potential double bottom. It does look like there's a nice chance that we do see the bounce on the NASDAQ at this point. Yeah, if there's anything else that you want me to check out for you, just let me know. I'll check out the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 right now. Alright, so for the weekly, bearish momentum continues to grow. Stochastic is crossed bearish. Bearish control zone on the RSI with more room to go to the downside if it wants to. And a little bit of bearish engulfing going on the candles here. So it could be looking nicer on the weekly. Bearish momentum is getting weaker on the daily. The stochastic is coiling up like it's making an attempt at crossing bullish. Looking like we also have a double bottom going on here. Okay, so looking like we do have a little bit of bullish divergence here. Bearish momentum's getting weaker, bullish cross on the stochastic, and slight bullish engulfing on the candles here. 4 hour, bullish momentum's getting stronger, bullish cross on the stochastic. RSI is pretty well around the neutral zone. And nice little bullish engulfing that we had going on here, but now we just see some consolidation. 1 hour, bullish momentum's getting weaker, bearish cross on the stochastic. We were just overbought on the RSI, and looking like we almost got a little bit of a bull flag going on here on the 1 hour. But same thing as NASDAQ, I'll wait for a little more information to develop on this asset before I'd really choose to do anything. Looking like there is potential for it to reverse back to the upside. I would just want to see more confirmation at this point. Alright, so let's see how the S&P 500 is looking. Bearish momentum continues to grow on the weekly. Stochastic is crossed bearish, but starting to coil up a bit. Bearish control zone on the RSI with more room to go to the downside. And bearish engulfing on the candles here. Same stochastic coiling up that we see on the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones. It's looking like it's coiling up and making an attempt at crossing bullish. Bearish momentum's getting weaker here. Bullish divergence here as well. And making a little attempt at bullish engulfing there. Bullish momentum's building on the 4 hour, stochastics crossed bullish. Just hugging that bullish control zone on the RSI. And we got a little bit of consolidation on this candle here. 1 hour bullish momentum's getting weaker, bearish cross on the stochastic. We were just slightly overbought, and just a lot of consolidation going on here. So for all the stock indexes, I'd probably just wait for a little bit more confirmation on what's going to happen. But they do look like they want to make an attempt at another rally, so we'll see how this plays out over the next few days. Alright, Hex. The bearish momentum starting to flatten out on the weekly, so that's looking nice. Still a pretty clear bearish cross on the stochastic, but we're under the 20 zone, so it'll probably start to coil up soon. The RSI starting to flatten out, still more around the bearish control zone, with a little bit of bearish engulfing going on here on the candles. The daily, though, I'm liking the looks of. So the first bullish momentum we've seen since the 17th of February. And we also do have some bullish divergence going on here. So I'm really liking the looks of the RSI now. So you can see the candles are trending down, but the RSI goes from a low to a higher low. Very nice bullish engulfing on the candles here. Really liking the bullish momentum here on the 4 hour. Bullish cross on the stochastic. We are quite overbought on the RSI, but very significant bullish engulfing going on here on the candles. Even the 1 hour is looking great for Hex right now. Lots of bullish momentum here. This 1 hour we're on now, it's a little weaker, but is making an attempt at bullish engulfing again. And the stochastics currently above the 80, but it's coiling up like it's attempting to decide what to do next. So Hex is looking much nicer than it was even a few days ago, especially once we've seen this daily bullish divergence build up here. Yeah, if we see total crypto market cap begin to run, it's looking like there is a potential bottom here on Hex. So we're going to need to wait to see a little more confirmation on it, but Hex is looking really, really nice right now. If we see total crypto market cap run, this could just make a beautiful parabolic run up from here. Alright, so let's take a look at some of the NAAS protocols and see how those are looking today. Bullish momentum is building on the daily. Stochastic is slightly cross bullish. Very, very small amount of daily bullish divergence here. And a little bit of bullish engulfing going on here on the candle. 4-hour bullish momentum got a bit weaker but attempting to come back. Stochastic is starting to coil up but still cross bearish. Neutral on the RSI. And very slight bullish engulfing here. Bearish momentum getting weaker on the 1 hour, bullish cross on the stochastic, neutral on the RSI, and just looking like we got some consolidation going on here currently on the 1 hour. So Thor is looking at least alright, it's making a strong attempt at holding these levels. We'll see how this develops over the next few days. Trying to adjust the fib levels here, but every time I move the mouse up, it just keeps getting stuck on here. There we go, perfect. Alright, so power. Bearish momentum is getting weaker on the daily. Stochastic is attempting to cross bullish. RSI is more around the bearish control zone, but flattening out, looking like it may attempt to go neutral. And consolidation going on down here at these levels. 4-hour bullish momentum building, bullish cross on the stochastic. RSI still more around the bearish control zone, and a lot of consolidation on the candles at this level. 1 hour, tiny bit of bullish momentum, bullish cross on the stochastic, neutral on the RSI, and small attempt at bearish engulfing here so far. So Thor is looking nicer than power today. But power's looking like it's starting to make an attempt at holding these levels at the very least. So we're probably still going to need a bit more information to develop on this asset as well. If we can hold this level, it may start to look nicer on power though. And this is the last of the NAS protocols we'll take a look at tonight. Bearish engulfing on the candle here. Stochastic is coiled up. RSI is pretty flat here. And a lot of consolidation going on here. First bearish momentum we've seen on the 4 hours since the 26th of February on milk. Bearish cross on the stochastic. Attempting to bearishly engulf on the candles here. And 1 hour, bearish momentum building, bearish cross on the stochastic, bearish engulfing on the candles, and more around the bearish control zone on the RSI. So, yeah, milk's not really looking the greatest right now. Alright, Casper Labs. Bullish momentum continues to get weaker. Stochastic's coiling up under the 20 zone. Bearish engulfing on the candle here. Daily bearish momentum's getting a bit weaker. Stochastic's coiling up under the 20 zone. Consolidation on the candle here. And we are quite oversold on the RSI. 4-hour bullish momentum building, bullish cross on the stochastic. 4-hour bullish divergence. So I'm really liking the looks of that. So between the bullish divergence, bullish momentum building, bullish cross on the stochastic, it's looking alright, but still just consolidating here on the candle so far. 1 hour bearish cross on the stochastic, neutral on the RSI, and very slight bearish engulfing on the candles. We actually do have some daily bullish divergence on Casper, so that's definitely more significant. Yeah, I'll probably wait for another day or two to see what develops on this asset, but it's actually starting to look a lot more bullish than it was. And we're also at a really nice accumulation zone here, so I'm very likely going to be accumulating some Casper at these levels. Alright, Alliance block. Bearish momentum's getting weaker, stochastic's coiling up. Pretty close to oversold on the RSI, and bearish engulfing on the candles. Bullish momentum's getting weaker on the daily, bearish cross on the stochastic. Very slight bearish engulfing here. 4-hour bullish momentum getting weaker, bearish cross on the stochastic, bearish control zone on the RSI, and very slight bearish engulfing as well. And 1 hour bearish momentum growing, bearish cross on the stochastic, neutral on the RSI, and attempting to bearishly engulf here on the 1 hour. So I'll probably wait for a little more information to develop on this asset, but this is another one that's at a phenomenal accumulation zone. So previous all-time highs was $1.50, and we're just down around 21.6 cents right now. So it's about a 7.5x, something like that, roughly, to previous all-time highs. Anything above 5x to previous all-time highs is the risk-reward ratio I typically like to look for. Alright, so let's see how Quant's looking today. Bearish momentum is getting weaker on the weekly. Stochastic is very slightly crossed bullish. RSI is attempting to get back around neutral, and quite a lot of consolidation on the candle here. Bullish momentum's growing on the MACD for the daily, bullish cross on the stochastic, neutral on the RSI, and very slight bullish engulfing on the candles here. 4-hour bullish momentum's getting weaker, bearish cross on the stochastic, neutral on the RSI, and some very slight bearish engulfing going on the candle here. And 1 hour bearish momentum growing, stochastics just coiling up under the 20 zone, more in the bearish control zone on the RSI, and some bearish engulfing on the 1 hour candle. So it is looking like there may be a little bit more pullback, but the larger time frames are looking quite nice for Quant right now. And this is another asset that's down around at a phenomenal accumulation zone, so I'm really liking the looks of Quant right now. I'm going to wait for a bit more confirmation for an immediate reversal, but just based on the accumulation zone we're at right now on this asset, I really love the looks of this myself. Is there anything that you guys want me to check out for you tonight before I call tonight? Probably check out a few more assets. Gold. We have the bullish momentum is growing here on the MACD. Stochastic is coiling up like it's attempting to decide what to do next. We are quite overbought, and we just got shy of previous all-time highs on the little rally we had here. And if we finish the week here on Friday, anything above, let's see, 1,930 roughly for the thicker part of the candle, it's going to be looking absolutely amazing for gold for the larger time frames. A little bit of bullish momentum getting weaker on the daily, bearish cross on the stochastic, and we were just quite overbought here, and very slight bearish engulfing on the candle here. Yeah, man, I'll check out silver right after this, and then I'll take a look at copper, see what that's looking like. Bearish momentum is building on the 4-hour, bearish cross on the stochastic, neutral on the RSI, and slight bearish engulfing on the 4-hour candles. Bearish momentum's building on the 1-hour, stochastic's crossed bearish. Pretty close to oversold on the RSI, and bearish engulfing here. So smaller time frames, definitely looking like we could see some consolidation or maybe even a bit of minor pullback. But larger time frames, I'm absolutely loving the looks of gold, especially whenever you look at this weekly and how we just got above any of the major resistance. All there really is at this point is previous all-time highs, so really like the looks of gold myself right now. Alright, silver, bullish momentum is growing, bullish cross on the stochastic, bullish control zone on the RSI, and very significant bullish engulfing on the candles, and I really love the looks of this with the double bottom we just got. We're also at a very nice accumulation zone on silver. So we aren't quite at the 618, which is where I'll typically begin to accumulate at, but gold meanwhile is already up near the top of the fib extension, almost about to break previous all-time highs. So between the two, I would definitely accumulate silver over gold right now. Bullish momentum's getting weaker on the MACD, bearish cross on the stochastic. We were just overbought on the RSI, but now we're back under the 70. And a little bit of bearish engulfing going on the daily candle here. 4-hour bearish momentum continues to grow, bearish cross on the stochastic. We are still neutral on the RSI, but we do got a little bit of bearish engulfing going on the 4-hour candles as well. And 1-hour bearish momentum attempting to build again, bearish cross on the stochastic. Pretty close to oversold on the RSI, and bearish engulfing. So same thing as gold, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some consolidation or maybe even a minor pullback on silver. Larger time frames I really love the looks of right now though. Alright, copper futures, let's see how that's looking. Okay, so we actually did just hit new all-time highs on copper this week. Bullish momentum continues to build on the weekly. Stochastic is coiling up like it's attempting to decide what to do next. And it looks like we're consolidating just at that recent top that we had back in May. Bullish momentum getting weaker on the daily, bearish cross on the stochastic, neutral on the RSI though, and we do have a bit of bullish engulfing going on here. Uh, 4-hour bearish momentum continues to build. Stochastic is cross slightly bearish, but we're coiling up like it's attempting to decide what to do next. Got pretty close to oversold on the RSI, and just some consolidation going on here on the candles. And 1-hour bullish cross on the stochastic. We actually do have some 1-hour bullish divergence as well. Interesting. Yeah, I was looking for some assets to potentially go long on soon for a little margin trade, so I'm considering this right now. Bullish momentum growing, bullish cross on the stochastic, bullish divergence, and just attempting to consolidate and slight bullish engulf here. Yeah, and I love the way that we're just holding at this previous top right here on copper. If we see anything happen on copper like we've seen on nickel, it's going to be pretty wild. Yeah, around 460. On the 4-hour chart, it's just hovering between 459 and 460. The weekly, it just goes by the average for the week, so it looks a little different than whenever you see the 4-hour chart. The weekly, though, absolutely loving the looks of copper right now. So let's take a look at nickel for fun. Oh yeah, that's just crazy. Just double checking if that was the same nickel chart that I'd seen before. Yeah, that's a really insane rally on nickel. So, huge amount of bullish momentum here. The stochastic is currently crossed bearish. Very, very oversold on the RSI, but I don't even know what to say about this candle here. 2 weeks ago, we were trading at around 26,000, and then we shot all the way up to over 60K. So, insane rally on nickel. Anyone that was long on this at the time definitely made some killer bank. On the daily, that's just huge bullish momentum as well. Stochastic's coiling up like it's attempting to decide what to do next, so either get a bounce down, or if this breaks and it gets one more rally up, I'm really interested to see how high nickel will go. We are very, very, very overbought on the RSI though, so the fact that we're bullishly engulfed this strong right now blows my mind. 4-hour, lots and lots of bullish momentum here. Stochastic is coiled up, very, very overbought on the RSI, but somehow we're still bullishly engulfing here on the 4-hour candle. Yeah, the 1-hour looks insane as well. Huge amount of bullish momentum here. Stochastic is coiling up above the 80, so it's attempting to decide what to do next. Very overbought on the RSI, but somehow still bullishly engulfing on the 1-hour, so if we see any form of price action even close to what we've seen on nickel on copper, could be a lot of upside potential here, especially the way that we're just consolidating and attempting to hold this previous high here. So personally, I'm going to be looking at some potential leverage position on copper. If I see some more signs of it beginning to rally again, I might just throw in a long margin trade on it and see how that plays out. Yeah, nickel still blows my mind to look at right now. Is there anything else that you want me to check out for you, Norm? Let's see how platinum's looking. So on the weekly, lots of bullish momentum. Stochastic is cross bullish, but beginning to coil up slightly. Still more room on the RSI to run to the upside. We're not quite overbought yet. And I'm really liking the looks of the bullish engulfing going on here. Bullish momentum getting weaker on the daily, bearish cross on the stochastic. I like the looks of the RSI. It formed a higher high above these two, and then it just came back down to, we're just slightly above neutral, still in the bullish control zone. And then we just got a bearish engulfing candle here on the daily. 4-hour bearish momentum growing, bearish cross on the stochastic. RSI is more around the bearish control zone, but starting to flatten out a bit. And I like the way that it's just rounded out here at the bottom. Still slight bearish engulfing, but the way that the wicks are rounding out, that's looking nice. 1 hour bearish momentum getting weaker. Stochastics coiled up. RSI is still oversold. And right now it's slight bearish engulfing, but just kind of hugging that previous low there. Maybe on the smaller time frames we see a little more of a pullback, but the larger time frames it definitely looks like it wants to continue to rally. And we actually do have weekly bullish divergence here as well. Yeah, so this is a very nice potential long as well. All the commodities are looking really crazy right now. Let's see how wheat futures are looking. Yeah, I'll check out aluminum too. I'll just have a quick look at wheat here, and then we'll take a look at aluminum and see how that's doing. Huge amount of bullish momentum here. Very nice bullish cross on the stochastic. Quite overbought on the RSI, but we're still very strongly bullishly engulfing here. This is very likely going to affect the cost of food quite a lot, especially like anything made of wheat. It's very likely going to skyrocket in price because we're pretty close to doubled what we've seen in price. Let's see what it was trading for in 2021. So it was about, let's say, $7.50 on the higher end roughly in 2021. And then we shot as high as, I believe that's just shy of $1,400, so it almost doubled in price from what we've seen during last year's highs. Lots of bullish momentum on the daily here. We're finally starting to cool off a little bit here. Bullish momentum's getting a bit weaker. Bearish cross on the stochastic. RSI got quite overbought, and we're starting to get down closer to the 70 zone. And it's just consolidating right here on the daily, so that's pretty crazy that it didn't get a significant pullback yet. Bearish momentum is growing right here. Bearish cross on the stochastic. Neutral on the RSI. But we are still bearishly engulfing, which after a rally that we've just seen like that, that's not surprising whatsoever. Bearish momentum growing on the 1 hour, but the stochastic crossed bullish. Pretty close to oversold on the RSI, but not quite yet. And we got a bit of bearish engulfing going on here. So smaller time frames, I wouldn't be surprised if it does pull back a bit more. But larger time frames, the way that it just broke out here, it's potentially going to go higher over the next couple of weeks, so definitely going to be keeping an eye on wheat to see how everything plays out here over the next while. Alright, aluminum futures. Yeah, that's looking crazy as well. This is one I've never taken a look at yet. Once it got a break above 295, it's just been on a pretty parabolic looking rally here. You could even slap a parabola curve onto this. extend that a little bit more here. Yeah, it's definitely looking really crazy. So, huge amount of bullish momentum on the weekly here. We did get a bearish cross on the stochastic though, and there is currently some bearish divergence going on here on the RSI. Pretty nice bullish engulfing going on here for the weekly still though. Bullish momentum getting weaker on the MACD, bearish cross on the stochastic. We did get a higher high on the RSI though, and not surprised whatsoever to see a little bit of a cool off and pull back here after it just got a nice rally like that. 4 hour, lots of bearish momentum here. Stochastic's beginning to coil up under the 20 zone. Still got a bit more room on the RSI to go to the downside if it really wants to. And we are still bearishly engulfing on the 4 hour. Bearish engulfing on the 1 hour. Quite oversold on the RSI on the 1 hour. Stochastic is still crossed bearish. And bearish momentum is building on the 1 hour. So smaller time frames definitely looking like some consolidation or a bit more of a pullback, but larger time frames, if we respect this parabola curve by, let's see, around January 23, it's looking like we could be seeing some pretty crazy prices, $350 or potentially even more if it decides to just keep on rallying and get a parabolic run up. Because this curve is already looking pretty crazy on this asset right now. So if it respects this and pulls back, could probably see around $250 on aluminum. Yeah, maybe even around here between 250 to 260, because at 259 that would be forming support at previous resistance of this previous top we've seen here. Overall, it's definitely looking like quite the bullish trend right now on aluminum though. Anything else that you want me to check out for you? Yeah, I'll probably check out 1 or 2 more assets and call it a night. If there's anything else that you want to see, Norm, just let me know. I'll take a look at AION here quick in the meantime. Commodities are looking really crazy right now, though. Alright, AION. Bearish momentum continues to get weaker. Stochastic is attempting to cross bullish. RSI is flattening out, looking like it's at least attempting to get up around neutral. And quite a lot of consolidation on the candles here. Daily bullish momentum's growing, bullish cross on the stochastic, neutral on the RSI, and very slight bullish engulfing, or attempting to bullishly engulf, not quite. 4 hour bullish momentum getting weaker, bearish cross on the stochastic, still around the bullish control zone on the RSI, and I like the way that the candles are beginning to round out here on the 4 hour. 1 hour bearish momentum getting weaker, stochastics coiling up, neutral on the RSI, and consolidation. If we see total crypto market cap run, I wouldn't be surprised if we do see AION begin to run and get another rally up, which this is one asset with a phenomenal risk-reward ratio. I believe it's about an 8 or 9x to this previous high that we've seen here. And previous all-time highs, it would be something like 150x or something crazy like that to previous all-time highs. So absolutely phenomenal risk-reward ratio on this asset, but this is definitely one of the much higher risk cryptos right now. And I'll take a look at Shiba Inu quick and then I'll call it a night. Okay, so for the weekly, bearish momentum is getting weaker, and the stochastic is coiling up. It is still crossed bearish, but coiling up like it's attempting to decide what to do next. More around the bearish control zone on the RSI, but it is flattening out a bit. And very slight bearish engulfing on the candle here. Going to keep an eye on whether this fib level holds as support or if it breaks to the downside. Daily bearish momentum getting weaker. We are still bearish on the stochastic, but it is beginning to coil up a little bit. I'm liking the looks of the RSI. It is still around the bearish control zone, but it's looking like it's attempting to get back up around neutral. And just a lot of consolidation here on the candles, but on the daily I actually like the way that the candles look here. You can see it came down, tested the fib level as support, and now it's attempting to push off. 4-hour bullish momentum's getting weaker, bearish cross on the stochastic, neutral on the RSI, but we are bearish engulfing on the candles here. So I'll be keeping a really close eye over the next few days to see if this fib level holds on Shiba Inu. And if this holds, could be looking nice for SHIB, but going to wait for a bit more information to develop on this asset. As for a risk-reward ratio, we're pretty close to the 786 fib level, so as many of you know, this is typically where I'll begin to accumulate a bit heavier on an asset that I'm bullish on. So as for accumulation zone, this is at a really nice level currently. It's not as nice as Doge under the fib extensions right now, but anything under the 618 is where I'll start to accumulate, pick up heavier bags at the 786, and if we get to the bottom of the fib extension, or in Doge's case under, that's where I'll pick up the really heavy bags at that point. Alright, well, yeah, no problem at all, Norm. Yeah, I hope you guys all have a great evening tonight, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow.
To find some kind of peace of mind. It's a demon, baby. When it comes like my oldest friend, have you got